Hello everyone, welcome back to Evil Genius. Now, for those of you who are not aware, I have applied a mod to this game. Now, this mod essentially is kind of like a gameplay adjustment mod. It fixes errors, improves certain things, gives you more capacity for minions, all that kind of funky good stuff. So, that's what's in here, and I'll leave a link to the mod itself in the description so you guys can see it and try it out for yourself. So here is the Super Agent containment room, and there we go.
It's total gridlock here in Delhi today. The streets are teeming with people hoping for a glimpse of Arman Krishnan, the charismatic crime boss who's come out of hiding for the first time in years to catch a plane to an unknown destination.
I love these adverts.
History,
Well,
Krishnan remains a popular Indian folk hero for defying British colonial rule. It is not yet known where he has ventured out, but whoever he is planning to meet must be very important.
Wasting time. Okay, well, let's have a look at the world map, shall we? So that's recently what we've done. And you can see we've got plenty of stuff to do here on the world map. We've got to get the spacesuit at some point. And there's some stuff here. See, Philosopher's Stone. There's that thing as well. And other bits and pieces. So, you know, we got plenty of options available to us. Let's see what that requires. That requires 4 workers. So let's stick a few workers in there and make use of that. Now, let's see. Mine's a large one, so I need a couple of guards. Now, the advantage, obviously, as you can see here, we've got significantly more people available to us. So I'm going to put that up to 40 guards. I'm going to put this up to a total of 50 minions. And then once that's done, the 50 minions, I'll put that back down to normal levels. So there's our other guy. And obviously here's our gold. Now what I might do actually, because things like the Uber trap tends to generate money quite substantially, what I'm thinking about doing, can I do that? No, I can't do that. Okay, that might be workable. Now, let's just move that to there. Open up that, and then just sort of open this bit out here, like that. And that's about as far as we can go, I would say. Let's leave it like that. So that's a pretty good sort of gold storage area. In fact, what we'll do also is we shall trim that bit off of there as well. Now, one thing I think I'm going to have to do is I think that this isn't far enough out. So I think that I'm going to have to make an adjustment here. Now, what I need to do is get that room built. Oh, there we go. Another task complete. So I've got the butcher of what's-his-face is here now. So I've got to capture him and do unspeakable things to him with a mixer. Which reminds me, I don't actually have anywhere for my lads to have food. So what we'll do is if we build this here like so. See, that's a good area there. Now, it's saying there, funds, unreachable funds, but we'll see. Let's leave that like that, and let that open up and sort itself out. Okay, so... Oh, we want that bit of corridor taken out as well. We just want to make sure that everything's nice and clean, as it can be. Now, let's see, because this is where the food's going to go. So we want the counter sort of there, and then the human mixer there. Now, where can we put the counter? There, I guess. There it will be. And then we need that. No, we need to move it that way a bit, don't we? Let's do that one and put it in there. Because then we put the time clock in between. There we go. And we'll just trim that off like that. Now, let's get that in. And what I think I need to do is I need to build that infirmary over here. Because I want to build a rest area. So if we go in here and build the infirmary sort of there. Do it that way. Now, there we go. So we're freeing up some more space for the gold storage as it will be needed. And also, that reminds me, I also need to put in speakers on this side, like that. Now, if I don't do that, when these doors are at level 4, you'll have people standing on the inside rather than on the outside. So, that's what we're doing there. Now, let's see. So, yeah, the problem is, I think when they get into here, it's not going to be enough sort of that way. So, we've got some ninjas. See, I think it's going to blow them into that wall and kill them. So what I'm going to have to do is redesign this bit here. Sort of delete this. Delete this. That means lots of people are going to be blocked there for the moment, which will be a little bit of a problem. But then, once I've deleted this, I can go in and adjust this. Sort of put this one sort of down here and then this one here. And then that might solve the problem. But we'll see. As it looks like the ninjas weren't massively interested in that, but there's also a possibility that they're gonna damage the place, which I'd rather they didn't. So we'll have to wait and see. But we'll leave that as a level 3 door. That'll keep their interest. So as a result of the reskinning and the mod that I'm running, you can see that the valets look a lot different now. And some of the other people will look different as well. And you do not belong in here. So we're going to get you murdered horribly. Now you can see we've also got the gun platter so that each of these guys, once they get recruited, they can go and arm themselves, which is what we're after. There we go, we're up to 102. Let's leave it like that. Turn down the, because we don't want to spend all our money at once until such times as the the Uber trap. There we go. Really couldn't think of the word there for a second. Must be losing my mind. So that's all being built. And then actually what we could do is we could just put a nice little staff room here. Like this for all the people who are working in the control area. So we'll put in some stuff like that. Drinks machine, another thingy over there. Put in a like that. There we go. So you can see the mod allows you to put different things in here, which is quite nice. So that gives us an area near here that we can send people to recover their strength, essentially. And their smarts and all the rest of it. And here you can see our training room, where let's just check to make sure we don't have anything else we can put in there. No. So here's the ninjas. And they are making their way back. Ah, there's the guy we're after. Nikita Leonev, or Leonov. So he's wandering around, and we need to intercept him at some point, but we'll wait for that. Now, there's our boy there. Doesn't he look handsome? So we'll give him Monkey Pound. Here we go. And there we go. There's more people over there. So generally speaking, it's not going too bad. Now, sometimes what happens in Evil Genius is you get... I'm not sure if it's a bug or if it's possibly me being stupid. I can never discount the possibility. But you get a thing where it's something's ready for building, but it never gets built. It's just greyed out. It's not white. Sort of like something there would be. Like that would be. There. It would be greyed out like that, but without the pores. And it means it's not getting built. Because there's nobody to do it. And you can't really force the minions to do things. They have to do it of their own accord according to the AI. So it can get a little bit frustrating. So it's a possibility that we'll have to sort of maybe reload some of the games if for whatever reason we run into that problem. I'm expecting it possibly could be a problem here because we're going to have to take the risk of locking loads of people inside while we do this change to the Uber Trap, because otherwise the Uber Trap won't generate us a lot of money. All it will do is kill people, and I don't want it to kill people. I really want it to just generate me lots of money. So that's essentially what I'm looking at there. Now, if we look down here, we got some nice spots here. I think we should also take that bit out, like that. And what I think I'm going to do is to facilitate the amount of corpses that I'm going to have, because I'm expecting a lot, is I'm going to build a freezer. Now, I'm wondering if that freezer could just be a little bit longer. Interesting. It might be that I need to delete this room and re-add it. Make it a little bit shorter. Yeah, we're going to have to do that. Sorry, fellas. But I want to be able to put, like, a vertical line. Yeah, oh, right, okay. Well, he hasn't seen anything, so there's no need to do anything in that regard. They're not really bothering anybody. They're walking around. We don't need to do that yet. Money is all right. Let's just check our money. See, we're still pulling in 7,900 a minute, so it's not the end of the world. Although, eventually at the end of the series, it will be. Courtesy of moi. Oh, goodness. There we go. So, there we go. We get all the soldiers detected on base. And we'll kill all those as well. We don't want tourists in our base. So, there we go. The room's gone. So now we can adjust this like that. And then we can build the training room like so. There we go, because we're going to build the other thing there. So we'll build the training room out to there, I think. And then we shall put in laboratory. Punch bag. There we go. And then also like that. There we go. So they're going to be built. That's where the research area is going to go eventually. And then this is where the freezer racks are going to go. See? This is what I was looking to do. To have it down that way like that, so I can get a lot of freezer rack storage in here. Because I'm going to generate quite a lot of dead bodies as a result of my evil machinations, I should say. But also, it means that I can also put in a row of freezer racks there as well. See? Just beautiful. Just what the doctor ordered. And then we put a door there and a door there to keep the cold in. And there we go. So that's going to be the new freezer area when it's built. and then we can delete this area and turn it into, or turn it, well, delete that area, adjust this, and then work on that stuff. So let's have a look at the missions. So we've got this one here, so we're going to grab a Ming vase. Now, the only thing is with missions, you can't do 2 missions in the same area. So let's send out some guys here with a couple of technicians and a guard just for security. And there's over here as well. Let's check. We do have technicians, don't we? Yes, we have plenty of technicians. So what we're going to do is, as we've got the ability to do it, we're going to up the technicians and the valets to 15. Now we've got some more interlopers and snoopers around, which we're going to obviously deal with accordingly. So now they're in there basically in case anyone breaks in. Now what I might need to do is I might need to move that to there. And I've got to repurpose them because these guys are set to level. Ah, there we go, we got them in. There we go, they all need to be number 1. And then put a camera there, just to cover that area. And then what we'll also do is we'll put a camera there as well. There we go, so camera's covering all eventualities in the gold room. Because if once I sort of move that to there and block that door off, it's possible enemy agents can break into here. So if I don't take corrective action, it means that nobody will spot them in there and... See what I mean? Oh no. See, this is the mistake I make. I keep thinking they're enemy agents, but because it's been reskinned, they're actually my valets. So it takes a little while to get used to it, but you do eventually. So there we go, the new freezer room is being created now. And there is the new training room. And here is additional power ready to go when we need it. And we will need it. Oh boy, will we need it. So what I'll do actually is I'll go 1, 2, 3 like that and put some extra battery in. Just to give us a little bit of extra sort of cover, so to speak. Now, don't forget, Control 1, Control 2, Control 3 to set your bookmark areas for viewing. And then that area there, we're not going to use for anything really at the moment. We're going to eventually make a trap possibly, or just leave it as it is. See, that guy's suffering from the effects of having body bags nearby, because body bags have a negative effect on you. So, and these guys are moving in, and obviously things are just a little bit blocked up at the moment. So let's move this to here, like so. Just to free it up a little bit until we get more money in and it starts to fill up a bit. Right. So generally speaking, it's looking pretty good from an evil point of view. The evil room here is now built. Now, obviously, we can build other things. See, look, you can now build, as a result of this mod, you can build bits and bobs in here. So we've got the security camera, which is what we would need. And it's for a level 2 or sort of room 2. So eventually that will be a good situation for us and we'll be quite happy with that. And we've got a bit of room in there to put other stuff if we need more power, all that kind of cool shit. So here you can see rest areas, and where is it? So there's another rest area there, and there's the new rest area for the guys who are on the control room. So they are essentially regenerating any of their lost attention and all that stuff. So there we go, those cameras are now in place. So let's see, what can we do here? So we've got to wait for these guys to get out of the way, because if we set that to level 2 and then move this to there, then we can get rid of that door. Well, actually, let's get rid of that door now, shall we? And the auto save function, this is an option that you can switch in the options. I highly recommend you choose to do it. There we go. So the door's disappearing. And then we'll move this a bit closer. And then essentially that blocks off that entrance. So you don't need a door. And it's quick entrance to anybody who's in there. And then we set... Oh, no. We set this to level 2 to get those guys out. And there you have it. That's now level 4. So that's being guarded. And you can see now they're putting it all in there. Don't know why that's opened. Oh, him. Let's get him. We have to open it up to let him in. And we also have to make sure those are set to level 1, so it will lock him in there. There we go. So he'll now be taken out. And taken to... Now, the reason I've got these here is so that I can control access to it, because when the super agents come, I don't want them to be put in there. It will put them in the nearest jail cell. I want them to be put in here. So by putting the doors in front of those jail cells, it means I can lock them. Oh, hello. We got some customers for the Uber trap. How lovely. It means that then I don't have to worry about them being put in a low security area. So, there we have it. And that's going to be for the totem pole areas, because that has a negative effect when you have the 4 pieces on their own. But when you have the totem pole together and assembled, it has a positive effect. So put it in there and it keeps that negative effect away from your troops. There we go, they're in. And they're off. So we just need to watch it and see how it goes. Because these guys are just going to walk over the pad, set it off, and away they go. So we've got to see... Oh dear, one of them's stuck in the building. Just see what kind of... Oh, there's another one coming in. So there we go, it's going round and round and round in circles. I did extend that so that it didn't hit them there. Also, they didn't hit that bit. So we'll have to wait and see how it turns out, as far as these guys are concerned. Oh, there they go again. Yeah, that seems to be okay at the moment. We may not need to adjust that, so we'll continue to monitor it. In the meantime, we need to put this fellow into the human mixer. And mix his shit up, quite literally. Nothing works like an interrogation process where you have to stick them into a mixer. Right, there's another one in there. There we go. And they're going to continue to set it all off and fly around in circles. So all good, so to speak. There we go, see? Now the advantage obviously is that we've got these ones here which set them off, and here one here. So any tourists that come in here will set them off. Any tourists that come in here will set it off. Any people just poking around will set them off, and will continue to generate us money down there. Now what's going on down here? Why is there a red... Oh, it's him. There we go, see? He's being mixed. Watch him while he's being mixed. Bye-bye. Getting a mixer device straight in his nuts. It's enough to take the edge off any man's resistance. So, we do have an outdoor security camera we can stick out here. It probably won't last long, because the enemy will shoot it. Oh, we need to put that to level 1. That to 1. So they're all on the same circuit, so anything that happens here will be these guys and these guys as well. So there we go. I think somebody just got hit there. Ah, it was that guy. Because what happens is it's a little bit of a sort of a turn thing. They turn, or they don't turn enough, and then they get fired into that wall. There's not really much I can do about it. It's a bug in the game, and hopefully it won't be an Evil Genius 2. Look at that. And we've got that one in there in case we want to put in the circuit and kill everyone who's in there. So eventually you can just wait for them to hit that gas area and then they snuff it. So he's still being mixed. And things aren't looking too bad, really. Not sure what these guys are doing in here. What we're going to do, get this guy out, and then we're going to put some guys on guard outside. So that they then stand on guard outside the Evil Geniuses conference. Come on. Oh, it might be this fella. There we go. There we go. Our boy's been mixed. He's now off. So he's now being mixed. And look at that. 2 guards on guard outside our Evil Genius's main lair. Looking good. And here, as you can see, is the new freezer room. So let's just make sure that he can get in there. Yes, he can. So that means we've got a few people remaining. Let's see. Optional objectives. Oh, totem pole. Oh, tell a lie. Look at that. Nigel Ewing, CIA agent. Right, we haven't done that one yet, have we? Let's do that quickly. So Nigel Ewing, CIA agent, is probably in this area here somewhere. So let's put in some normal troops and some other people like that, and we'll plot. So, as you can see, money is continuing to go up, which is good. And we've got plenty of stuff to do on the map. So, eventually, hopefully, we'll be able to get turrets out here and deal with any sniffers around and interlopers. Now, one thing that is quite helpful is that these people, tourists, tend to panic quickly. Evening.
The breaking news concerns the global crime wave that is now washing over our own fair shores. To discuss this latest atrocity, we have Saber's chairman on the line. Now, Mr. Chairman, why didn't Saber prevent this? We did everything in our power to... Oh, don't come the raw prawn, mate. Just admit that Saber's out of its league here. Well, really?
Apparently, they're out of the league. So, that's the satellite doodah, which we're now moving down to here. The reason we move it down to here, and the reason we've got this and this, is for research purposes. So when we get the research lab, we put it in here. They don't have to go very far to research some new stuff here. So that's the primary focus there. So these guys now can come back, I think. Yeah, let's bring them back for the moment. Actually, we got enough guards. We could put 15 guards in there and do that one. Now, we do have some bits and bobs here. So we'll go to 7 guards there. And we want to get that. So that is... how many workers? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 2 valets. Give them a few more just in case. So they'll be moved out to that. And one thing in the advantage of the mod, it does give you new missions and occasional bits and pieces in there. So these guys continuing to fly around, keeping themselves busy. See there, as you can see, look, slight bug. It's the one that's stuck in the wall. Very Han Solo-ish in his foot sticking out there, but never mind. Anyway, see, more, and these guys are walking over the platform and then setting it off again. So they're continuing to generate me money just by walking back and forth, because they're not. Some of them are going over the top of it, but some aren't. Now, if some of these guys will attack these things sometimes, but once we get motion sensors, it's an easier job, because they'll just walk past it and not see it. And we can put motion sensors in here as well. So, plenty of options. So anyway, that has been the latest episode of Evil Genius. I hope you boys and girls have enjoyed. And we'll see you again soon for more. Take care.